Hello, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Capro. Well, I was wrong about something. I thought that regardless of how the election went, I thought that it would take a month for a winner to be declared, or at least for a loser to concede. What can I say? I'm glad I was wrong. Now, it did go the way I thought it would go. But let's face it, Trump's never going to concede loss no matter what. And if Harris lost, I thought it would be so close that there would be a lot of recounts and legal issues, hanging chads, the whole 9 yards. All right, well, it didn't. The election's over. Peaceful transition of power. Life goes on. My philosophy. You never worry about things that are beyond your control. Live in the present. Don't worry about the future. You can't control it. All you can do is address the present right now. And so, as I've said in past videos, whether you think what happened in early November was good or bad, you know what? I promise you, life will go on just fine. The things that truly matter in your life don't need to be affected. I really get disturbed when I hear about families that aren't going to get together for Thanksgiving because they voted differently. People, come on. We have a lot more in common than political beliefs. And the funny thing about political beliefs is I think we all want the same thing at the end. We just kind of debate on the best way to get it. But look, let's never let politics get in the way of love. Love is so powerful, all right? I do want to get into the one issue that has come up since the election and will come up even more. And it's the subject of tariffs. So, as you may have heard, Trump likes to use tariffs. Actually, Trump likes to use the threat of applying a tariff to another country. What is a tariff? Well, essentially, it's a tax. It's a tax that you put on goods as they are imported into your country. So if I slap a 25% tariff on China, that means every product they bring in is going to go up in price by 25%. That is going to raise the price of their products. They're not going to sell as many. Of course, China could do this opposite. If I impose a 25% tariffs on them, they can come right back and impose a 25% tariff on me. The question will be who needs who the most. Now, I contend that there aren't going to be a lot of increase in tariffs. I don't think so at all. I just think that you're going to see a lot more fair trade as a result of the threat of tariffs. So, for example, in Japan, U.S. cars are very, very expensive. Why? Well, Japan doesn't want you buying. They want their people buying U.S.-made cars. They'd much rather you buy Hondas and Toyotas. Hence, they apply tariffs on products that are imported there. If you create a company like Honda's done, of Honda of America, well, you kind of avoided that tariff because the car is made here. But that benefits U.S. workers. So there's a lot of going back and forth on this. The interesting thing about a tariff is, unlike most taxes which require congressional approval, the president has a lot of authority to apply tariffs on his own. And that's simply because Congress gave him that authority. So if it's considered a matter of national interest or national security, which quite frankly anything could be called that, the president does have leadway in terms of applying them. Let's see how this thing shakes out. Again, I never panic when I hear about, well, this could happen or that could happen. Usually what change is never really has the impact that we think it's going to have, and if it's bad, it can be altered. But again, this is why having a globally diversified portfolio is so important. You don't never want to be reliant upon the success of one country. But if history is any guide, it will tell us that the politicians of the world don't really affect the important parts of our life as much as we sometimes think they will, or that we worry that they will. Please, ease off on the anxiety, breathe. If what happened was good news to you, great. If what happened was not good news to you, remember the old expression, this too shall pass. And it does. About the only sentence you can say that is absolutely true. Now, If you want to have a discussion about how recent events might affect you and your portfolio, please reach out, schedule a time with me, go to bookachatwithdan.com, get on my calendar. We can meet face to face. By the way, for those of you in Cincinnati, I'm back. I'm here full time. It's great. I love it. It's crazy though. The weather stinks, but I'm still happy. Or we can do a Zoom call, whatever. All right? Have a great Thanksgiving. Talk soon. Bye-bye.